Okay, so we're doing viewer tattoos again. Just classic stuff today.
Right.
Got a lot of these to get to. This one's from October still. So.
Oh my goodness. I see a lot of this is my first tattoo in this video, so that should in the selection, so that should be hilarious. Hopefully you guys don't take the criticisms too hard. Well, maybe you will. Anyways, we'll start with an email. This one's from Taylor Tutt. It says, love the video, guys. First year of having tattoos and curious about what you think. I do get a free touch-up on both arms, so I know that will help with the fine line stuff to last longer / better. 2 sessions on each arm, the most recent being the split statue face. I do not know if I want to keep this style going or finish my arms with the standard black and gray. Would love to know what you guys think I should consider stylistically when finishing up both sleeves.
And then he asked us again in February what we thought, so we're doing great keeping up.
Yes, he probably even has more and we don't know it.
There's probably been more done since, but I mean, in retrospect, I don't think that standard black and gray would be a good fit for this. It's too structured and doesn't flow enough for that.
Yeah, I mean, so this has a really illustrative style.
Yeah.
So do more illustrative, if it tickles your fancy. But a standard black and gray is gonna look kind of silly with this, I think.
They have, I think, a hard time using soft black and gray shading to build out, because these things have such soft edges, so they're not super defined. So I feel like you need to have almost a darker background even. Or a color background or so. I don't know. I don't think standard black and gray is the answer here, that's for sure.
I always wonder, with this style of tattoo, who woke up in the morning and said, I want to be a textbook?
I mean, it's fine if you like it. It's not for me, but whatever. It's done well. It's just, they're too small, I think. Again, this is the problem. All of these things could have been almost limb sized, or you could have had part of that. You could have made a sleeve almost out of what you have.
Right.
So I think it becomes a bit of an issue when you want to pull this into a bigger sleeve. And yeah, these things would have actually lasted better if they were bigger too. But that being said, he already knows he's going to need touch-ups. So
right.
I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's fine. It's done well. I do like the micro-realism stuff, but it doesn't age super great.
I personally really, really like these tattoos. I like them a lot.
I just think the swords need to be lined. They don't look that sharp.
I know. The swords are probably my favorite part, but they're just way too tiny. I like how much detail the artist got in there. I like. I generally like them, but yeah, I just don't understand. Just waking up being I'm gonna be a textbook.
It's just a little too soft for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glorious. All right, so the next one, we got another email. It's the little one. Says, hey Remy, this is my first tattoo I got today. It will be complete and made into a full sleeve. I'd love it to go on the Remy React series. Well, here you are.
Another one from October.
And
Hope
this
you're not
one,
dead.
This one was from Taylor Gent.
So, I mean, this is all right. I feel like this wasn't done the best, and it's a little too tonal.
Yeah. So, so this is a tattoo of the Buddha Siddhartha, and I think that it's too gray. There's way too much gray.
Just too tonal. Nothing stands out. It's hard. The depth doesn't really work here. I don't feel like I can tell what's in the foreground without making assumptions. So, I don't know. It's all just very kind of washy for me. I like the last one quite a bit better than this one.
Right.
That being said, I don't think it's going to be too hard to add to this. I feel like you can just do another piece like this down below.
No, yeah, I think this one's an easy add, and I actually I think that this was a really smart tattoo. It takes up a good amount of space. You got room to build a good half sleeve out of this, and maybe continue it down into a full sleeve. Again, I don't understand why someone would get a tattoo of the Buddha.
People like different things, right? I'm fine with them getting it. I just think that the Buddha should have been bigger.
Bigger Buddha.
Why is the background so fucking big?
Or more black. I mean, he's sitting on a lotus, and I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of symbolism in there.
Yeah, but like make the Buddha bigger. Like the Buddha is like fucking small as fuck.
Right? Yeah.
And then the background is this enormous thing taking up the entire arm. I think that's my biggest complaint.
Yeah.
I want more meat, less fucking vegetables on my plate.
I want more black.
This is a lot of fucking filler and then just tiny little Buddha hanging out. Like,
And
just make Buddha the main thing.
This
here.
is also fresh, right? Like, I want to see this healed.
It is, I would say it's fresh, but
Yeah.
like I know what this will look healed. I can already see what this looks like healed. So
Gray.
I'm not too concerned about that.
Very gray.
It's not going to make the Buddha any bigger when it's healed. So that's my big problem.
Okay. Glorious. We didn't hate it, though.
I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Is this a totem pole?
Yeah, I'd say it's a totem pole, but it's not following any of the rules of a totem pole.
I think that the dimension is fucked because of the way it was taken.
Yeah.
This photo, I think it's probably in balance. I don't think it's that small at the bottom. I think he's just got a really crazy perspective on this tattoo.
Yeah, it reminds me of the totem poles that you fight in like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
And not like a traditional,
that.
not like a traditional totem pole.
It looks like it's like 6,000 years old too,
Yeah.
but doing all right. You know, like it doesn't look like this is a new color tattoo.
Yeah, like he got this in the 90s.
This is one of those things where like some people will send like these big backstories and there's no need for them.
Yeah.
And then other times you get nothing. You
Yeah.
get a fucking nipple in the corner of the screen and this giant blown out like fucking tattoo that looks 1,000 years old. And it's at the worst fucking most unflattering angle taken possible.
And from what I can tell with my limited knowledge, but I do have some knowledge, that it is not actually done correctly, totem pole wise. But if I'm wrong,
I mean,
let me know.
That's fair, but like this guy was on his way to the shitter and just sent this photo in. Like
He said,
there's
"Oh, I got to send that to Remy Reacts."
yeah, like I told you last week, like these guys, they're not caring about like, well, let's go out and get a good photo. Like, no, this is like, I'm stoned. I want Cheetos. I'm watching Remy. I hope he likes my tattoo.
Hopefully, like 3 months from now, your whole new batch of photo people will,
No,
go outside when it's overcast and get us some nice.
This
photos.
whole show started with dudes in their underwear.
Well, it's going to continue with dudes in their underwear. My question is, where are all the chicks in their underwear?
there aren't as many female contributors, so you do have some, but it's usually just like 40-something-year-old dudes that are fucking around in their basements. So
Right. Look at my tattoo.
yeah,
And
This
here, let's look at this
looks
tattoo.
extremely polarized. Like this doesn't look like a normal human arm. Like that doesn't look like skin.
Yeah, we got some filter going on.
What in the world am I looking at? Is this even a tattoo?
I think I would like this one if I could actually see.
Well, it's not because it's too good to be true either. It just doesn't look like a fucking arm.
No,
Like
no,
the whole
no.
thing has a weird.
It's like they got too dark of a photo and they like really effed around with it. I don't know.
Oh, it was taken in fucking the abyss, which is what happens when you use a black curtain and take photos. It's like, where was this photo taken?
From the
With
abyss.
fucking Mars or something? Like, what is happening here? And yeah, the shadow play here is insane. It's really not helping this tattoo breathe.
I like this Frank though. He's like
I
he's
think
got
this
some
is-
cool highlights.
I think it's a cool tattoo, but take it in daylight.
yeah.
Like I push back against the backroom polarized light here all the time, even with these guys at the shop. Like it's like, please
Right.
just take them out into the fucking.
You have a beautiful, really sketchy alley next door with
Yeah.
some nice brick walls.
Well, that's like the best lighting ever.
yes.
But like,
Oh yeah. As long as it's not,
I like to see tattoos in the daylight. You know, I want to see what they look like for real. I don't want this bullshit. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, and so I don't want to say anything good or bad about this.
I want to be able to see your pores, man.
I like the white tricks that, bring out some details in this, but
All it is right now is white tricks.
yeah, it's just too fucking polarized for me. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of the way this photo is taken, and so send me a better photo and maybe we'll
Yes.
talk.
Send us a photo in daylight.
Send me the one on the way to the shitter. That's what I want to see.
All right, so next up we have, I think I've seen this tattoo on everyone.
Is this Chucky?
Yes.
Yeah, it just looks like female Chucky though? Like, what's the other one? The girl one.
Oh, the Bride of Chucky.
Fuck
I
is
can't
that
remember
thing's
what
name?
her name was, like Jenny or something.
There was like 9,000 of those
Christine?
movies in the end. I think they're still making them, but they're going like straight to DVD now, kind of thing.
Yeah, Child's Play. I don't know.
Tons of like horror series that just carried on as like straight to DVD, like one-offs. Like I don't even know. I'm sure if I look it up, they're still making these.
Yeah, and this is another time where I wish we had an email. Is this new or old?
Oh, this is fucking got to be like.
It has to be, right?
It's either old or it was done by the crackhead down the road. Like there, absolutely no detail in the hair, or it all fell out.
You know, I'm gonna say, so the face isn't good, so don't get me wrong, but that face is too good to be done by the crackhead.
Well, no, so like this is the guy who's a good artist, maybe, or decent artist, but a terrible tattooer, right? That's the thing.
He can't get it in.
There's a difference, right? You can be a good artist and be a bad tattooer. People think these things go together. It's like, well, blackout guy talking about art. It's like, yeah, but technical ability, right? You have to be very technically gifted to do good black work, right? This guy could not do a blackout sleeve.
Yeah, well, this guy can't do a color sleeve.
But he probably thinks blackout is easy.
Yeah, probably. Right? Your shading is too soft. You're in the wrong layer.
Yeah. This is all washy as fuck. And if you were to try and do solid black with this, what you're banging here, it would not be good.
So go to a new artist, get it redone.
I mean, this is not beyond saving. It just needs a rework.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing needs to be redone.
Or give your artist a couple years to figure out what the hell he's doing.
No, I don't
back.
even think. Because some people will reach a point where they think they're good and they don't need to be any better. And this has the look of that to me.
I bet you this is a moment too where the artist is going to be like, "Oh, it's all about he healed it wrong. He healed it wrong."
Like a guy like this that's doing subject matter like this thinks he is a good artist already, or else he wouldn't be doing this. That's why I say it's more likely he's plateaued.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing indication of a bad heal.
No. This is all technical.
It just all fell out.
Not everything would be at the same level of bad.
Yeah.
It would be random spots of bad if it was on the client.
So
and it doesn't look like this guy tans, so he's not baking this thing.
No. This is it wasn't in good to begin with.
Yeah. Well, and the funny fucking facial expression is really great. The little fucking like teeth.
Yeah.
There's just enough there to know they're teeth without actually looking like teeth.
Little Chucky Bucky.
Yeah. It's really
Glorious.
quite good.
Love it.